Alright guys, so here will be a review of NZG's Caterpillar 325BL. This model is long discontinued, and I believe the only place that you will be able to find them from are private sellers on eBay, and 90% of the time it will be a bid. So you're going to have to bid this and win it, which I actually had to do with this one. Really nice model. There's one thing that I don't like about it, and I will say that. But before I get to that, I want to go over the functions of it. Functions of it are as any model. Rolls on the tracks, spins at 360, stick curls out and curls out to right there, and then it curls in. Fortunately, my cylinders are stiff enough to where I don't have to fix them. Bucket curls in that far, and I say that far because it only curls out to right there. So kind of a bad thing. Doesn't bother me too much. I'm sure if I made dioramas and stop motions I would be trash talking that, but I don't, so it really doesn't bother me. And then the boom raises to around that height. I don't want to bring it back any further. And the digging depth is decent, nothing crazy, but if you were in a diorama it would be around that, so I say it's decent. Not nice, well, it's nice, but it's nothing crazy. And now I'll go over the detail of it. I'm not going to change the clip or anything, it'll be in the same video right here. Detail of it, and this is probably the only bad thing you will hear me say about this model, is the undercarriage. Good thing are the tracks. They are rubber, but they're individually linked rubber, and there are double grouser pads. So luckily they're not too much of an eyesore. You know, it's not like those rubber band rubber tracks. I mean, obviously it's all one piece, but you could see they separate each link, which does give it a really nice appearance. The bad thing about it is there's this huge, ugly sprocket right there, and I don't know what to do to cover that up, and I wish I had something to cover it up, but I think I'm just going to have to live with it. On the carriage has the steps right there, and all these rollers, they don't roll or anything, they're just there for show, and they do a really nice job. Another thing I want to say is I like this kind of flat finish that NZG does on their black. I think it looks really nice. Going up to the cab area, if you look inside the cab, and it's hard to tell because it has that lightly tinted window, which actually gives the model a really mean look instead of that clear glass, and I'd rather have this instead of clear glass. And I might find a way to somehow tint all my windows because they look really cool tinted. But regardless, I don't think it has any foot pedals to actually stick up. I think they're just, you know, pedals on the ground. And it has a seat and two joysticks, and it's very low detailed inside, but it's kind of hard to see with the window. Coming to the side, the cab, you know, is normal. It has no lights or anything, but I do like the flat paint, and that's why I'm not really saying anything about it missing anything. The flat paint really, I really like a lot. Coming to this side, nothing really crazy. The decals are stickers, and I think that gives them a more vivid look because the yellow paint doesn't bleed through. And the counterweight is also really nice. It's really an old classic machine, and looking at that counterweight, it looks older than usual. And coming to this side, again, nothing really crazy, but fortunately it does have a metal handrail, and it's kind of thick and it looks like a plastic one, but it is metal. And another really nice thing is NZG actually put anti-slip texture on this model, and I say that because it was manufactured in the 90s, and I don't think this is something that you'd see too often on a model, and if it was, I'm sure that the paint would cover it a lot. This is plastic right here, but it matches very well. And if we look on the boom, you could see the swing motor. Speaking of the boom, going on to the boom, you can see it gives the model a really nice look. I'm a pretty large fan of the boom. Although the bucket does have limited movements, I like it a lot. And luckily on this NZG model we have casted hydraulic lines in the back of the boom. Unfortunately you don't have the hydraulic lines that the flexible ones that lead into the house of the machine or to the cylinders, but I'm glad that we at least have these, because on some of these older models you don't even see these. Cylinders are very stiff. I like them a lot. They do seem large, but then I also want to say that they seem in scale with the machine. And another thing is they match the paint very well, as you could tell. I'm actually really surprised by how well they do match. Going on to the stick is pretty plain, as you could tell. You know, there's really nothing crazy about the stick. And then going to the bucket, once again, nothing crazy about the bucket, very limited wear plating, but the teeth are spaced out very evenly, I think good enough. And it does have the normal wear plating on the bottom, but it's a shame that we don't have any, you know, any more on the sides. Once again, on this NZG model, the boom underneath is hollow, so hopefully you don't display it up too much, or hopefully that doesn't bother you if you do go to buy this model. And underneath the undercarriage is also pretty plain, but you can see this model was made in 1992, so you know, models, I guess you could say these NZG models have improved a lot since then, but you would think they would have improved more. Regardless, still an awesome model. I know I say this a lot, but I should have got this one sooner, especially since if you don't know, or if you're just watching this video and never watched one of my videos, I do plan on completing a cat excavator collection, and this is really a great piece to have, even if you aren't doing that, because it's a very nice sized machine. But anyway, before I get a million questions on how much I paid for it or where I got it, like I said in the beginning of the video, you could try on eBay. Your chances are there will be one for sale on there. 8 out of 10 times you look for one. And I got this one for $70 with shipping, but prices do vary. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review.